need a plan.
We need to move, quickly. They know I'm out here. They know I'm listening. The only thing they don't know is where I am. So we need to find them before they find us.
How?
We need to go to the surface. Be ready, be listening, and do not be afraid. This is Radio Elusia.
Sure about this? About leaving, about going up there?
I don't see another way to get the word out. Communication is shut down across the city. If we send any kind of message, we'll be identified immediately. We need to go analog, verbal, face to face, back to the street, back to the city.
But you're sure you want to do this? To take this risk? You're a target, more now than ever. They know you're in the city. They'll have eyes everywhere for you.
What are you saying, Joni?
I'm saying that I'm happy to do this part for you. I'm anonymous, invisible, up there. No one is looking for me. I can still move through the city, so let me do this part. I promise you I can.
You promised that?
I do. And you know, my promises are worth more than yours.
So why stay here?
No. You go still, but go now, while it's still dark. I'll follow, I'll go into the city, spread the message around.
If you're listening and you're angry and you're no longer afraid...
Turn on your lights. Turn them on and keep them on as bright as you can. I've got it. I'll share it. You find a safe place, somewhere you can see from, and I'll meet you there.
We're still safe in this city.
I don't know, but I know one place they won't be expecting you.
This place.
Is it how you remember?
Exactly, but also not at all. The view is the same. The city might have changed, but it still looks the same from all the way up here. The space is the same, my desk, my chair, my microphone, almost exactly as I left it. Almost as though no time has passed at all. But it also feels like a lifetime ago that I was here, a world away, like everything and nothing has changed at once.
That's how it is with change sometimes.
It's you as well?
Me?
Not you specifically, but I've never been here with another person. It was always me, alone, speaking out into the silence. I almost don't recognize my own voice now in conversation with somebody else.
You were always in conversation. We just didn't have the means to speak back yet.
I always hoped that was the case, that there were other people out there.
There are other people out there. I've passed the message on, told people to pass it on too, spread it as widely as possible.
And did it work?
I don't know yet. People are angry, but they're still scared. But maybe they're ready. We'll have to wait and see. I'm glad you made it, Raphael.
What do you mean?
That you came above ground. That you met me here. I can imagine that it isn't easy to come back here, after everything that happened.
But nothing did happen. I was scared. I ran, I hid.
But that was smart. You protected yourself.
Or it was cowardly. People were listening to me. I had a voice. I gave it up. I protected myself, but I turned my back on the city.
But now you're back. Radio Elusia is back. And the city is right there.
In darkness.
In darkness now. But maybe not for long.
If you're listening and you're angry and you're no longer afraid, turn on your lights. Turn on your lights. Turn on your lights.
There! Look! In the north of the city, a cluster of lights. And there, in the east, that block is all lit up. And over there, a whole street just became illuminated. And there, that whole area like a light bulb just clicked on. There, There too. Look!
It worked.
It's beautiful. It's so bright.
I don't think I've ever seen so much light.
I almost don't even recognise the city.
Look, there it is.
The building? Where?
There, with all the dark windows, no light at all. The only building in the city not lit up.
So that's it. The only building still dark in the city. The only ones who didn't receive the message. That's it. That's where they are. Lia, Suz, the others.
And them?
Now's not the time to lose our nerve, Raphael. We're here. You're back. And now it's time to get your voice back.
But we'll be the only transmission. They're sure to hear us.
They will. Let them. It's time.
This is Raphael. This is Radio Elusia. This is an act of protest. Me speaking like this, you listening like I hope you are. I use my voice, you hear my voice, and this is our protest. I look out at our city, all the way up on the 17th floor, and I see light again. I see beauty for the first time in forever. I see something that's starting to look like hope. I used to look out and I used to feel alone up here. I don't feel like that anymore. I know there are many of us, many more than even I know. I look at the light and I see all of you. And I know that we are ready. I know that it is time. Time to take action. Time to make change. Time to flood out into the streets, fists clenched, arms and voices raised. Time to speak up, speak out, speak loudly. Time to be courageous and time to make our voices heard. You know what to do. You know where to go. I'll see you where the darkness meets the edge of the light.
What's that? There, on the horizon. More light, but more than light, brighter than light. It looks like fire.
Where?
There, northeast of the city. I saw it just now. Like a flash of bright light, like flames. Look!
Fire!
A building on fire? A coincidence? A protest? Or part of the punishment?
It's not a building, it's the street.
The street is on fire.
Not the street, it's people. It's fire in the people's hands.
Procession of people. Marchers. Carrying torches to light their way.
Not to light their way, to let us know they're coming. A procession of fire, bringing light to the only dark part left in this city. Torches held high above their heads as they walk down the center of the road. It's happening. It's finally happening.
They're coming. It's time. We need to go, I mean, you could... You can stay here, if you want to. If you need to be safe. You can see everything from here.
No, I don't want to just watch this time. I want to act too.
You sure?
I am.
Okay. You ready?
Yes, I am.
What about this place? Should we take it offline before we leave?
You think we should destroy the radio equipment?
I don't know. Maybe to stop it falling into the wrong hands. We can't control what happens next, what happens to us, what happens to the city. But we can control what happens to Radio Elusia.
No, it's a means of communication. You can't destroy that. I'm sure the authorities want to. I'm sure they've tried. I tried even when I left before. But Radio Elusia will always exist, in one form or another. Radio Elusia will outlast all of us. And as long as our communication remains free, we will have at least some freedom in this city, in our lives.
You think you'll come back here? When it's all over? Start broadcasting properly again?
I think if we do what we hope to do today, I won't need to. But someone in the future might, so it stays. Radio Elusia, even if we don't.
You want to do a last message then? Before we go?
The time for listening is over. The time to be afraid is done. Now is the time for action. And whatever happens next, I hope we did whatever we could for this city. This is Raphael, and this is my last transmission. What comes next is up to you. This is Radio Elusia, signing off one final time. Good night.
All these people on our side.
This must be the whole city out here on the streets.
Maybe not everyone, but enough to make our voices heard. Enough to be seen. Enough that they can't arrest us all. Here, take my hand. We'll stay together, with our voices and our fists raised high.
Your home immediately. Extinguish all unnecessary light. Refrain from all unauthorized speech. This city is under comprehensive curfew. Any citizens remaining on the streets do so at their own risk.
We will not return to our homes. We have a right to assemble in our own city, and we assert that right as citizens. We break no laws. We use no unauthorized communication channels. No broadcast, no transmission, other than our own words, our own voices, speaking up. And speaking, even in this city, is not banned yet.
We know you're keeping citizens imprisoned in this building, and we demand their immediate release. We demand their freedom. We demand our own freedom. An end to the invasive surveillance in Elusia. An end to the watching, to the listening, to the fear.
These are the names of the citizens we demand freedom for. Lia Salma, Suz Williams,
Sam Johnston, Florence Gardner, Emma Noon,
Alex Wins, Carmen Zapatero, Misha Patel. And if you take me, let my name be added to that list also. Let my name be added to the list of those willing to speak up for this city, to speak up for Elusia.
There is light in this city now, and everyone can finally see.
It's time to set this city free!
This behavior is unsanctioned. This infraction will be met with all rules of the law. This is stopping you. Stop it. I'm warning you. I am warning you.
And we're back.
We are back.
Radio Elusia.
Is it weird to be back?
No weirder than anything else in this world.
No weirder than you dating Nev.
Lee, I'm not dating Nev.
Don't say that. You know he's listening. You'll hurt his feelings.
Fine. I am dating Nev.
At least I'm not straightening your hair anymore.
And I'm not straightening yours. Couldn't if I wanted to. You still enjoying that shaved head?
Can't imagine anything else. It's so easy. Feels like I've always had it. Feels like no change at all.
It's hard, isn't it? To notice change when it's happening. But then you look back and you think, shit.
You look at how it was and you think, shit.
I mean, damn, we really live like that, being all listened to and shit, watched and spied on.
Some people still live like that, Suz.
But not in this city, not in Elusia. That all seems a lifetime ago, doesn't it? The surveillance, the siege.
I won't forget it though. Hearing your voice through the walls, seeing your face appear. I almost didn't recognise you. Didn't really think you'd ever come for me.
Oh, fuck off. Of course I would.
I know that. I know that now. But still, I didn't think this version of the future was possible then.
But that version of the past doesn't seem possible now. Doesn't seem like real life. Just seems like a weird memory.
Still, no weirder than you dating Nev.
Just play the fucking song, Lee.
This one's for you, Raphael.
Wherever you are.
This one's for you.
Message received.
You've been listening to Radio Elusia, a Boundless podcast production. Radio Elusia is written by Nina Siegel. The episode was directed by Rob Drummer. Original music and sound design by Father. The series associate director is Robert Awasusi. In this episode, you were listening to Megan Jarvie as Joni, Joseph Adelakan as Raphael, Pip Williams as the Recording and Watcher 1, Chantal Amon as Suz, Joe Matty as Watcher 2, and Valerie Van Sovica as Lia. The episode was recorded, mixed and mastered in London by Father. The engineer was Jamie Sproat. Radio Elusia was commissioned and produced by Boundless Theatre. If you're a fan of the show, check out @Radio Elusia, #Radio Elusia. You can go further with the world of Elusia at welcometoelusia.com. Radio Elusia was part of Welcome to Elusia, an extended universe project co-funded by the Creative Europe programme of the European Union. You can follow Boundless Theatre @BoundlessAbound and learn more about the company by visiting boundlesstheatre.org.uk.